it reminds me way back in the day when I worked for eBay. They were kind of the big dog back then before Amazon. eBay was a big deal. And I worked in the eBay Motors department, and I would go to different dealership groups and do some trainings and things like that on how they could improve their reputation and their reviews. And I'll never forget, I showed on a PowerPoint, I showed a negative review that one of these dealers had gotten. And you'd be surprised, like a car sells, on eBay, it's every second or every few seconds a part sells, and every minute another car sells on eBay Motors. And so anyway, I'm showing these dealers this, and they make a ton of money through their eBay presence. And these reviews were just critical for them. So I show this review up on the PowerPoint, and I've got a room full of dealers. And it is a review for this dealer, and this customer is just blasting them, just ripping them apart. And we looked at that, and then I showed this was the dealer's response to that terrible review. And you know what the response was? It was, "You're right. We screwed up. I can't believe we dropped the ball. Here's my number. Reach out to me. Let's make this right." And everyone in the room was just like, whoa. And so the question was, what does that now communicate to everybody looking at this? And I'll never forget, a guy in the back raised his hand and he said, "Todd, I want to go get a negative review just so I can respond that way, because that looks so human. That looks so authentic. That looks like I'm a problem solver." And so I think people are really willing to be won over. They're really willing to do a 180 and say, if you can make this right, all that energy that's like a flamethrower that I'm sending out into the universe, and more likely just to online. And I'm telling everyone I know how terrible you are. All that energy could be easily flipped with acknowledging and then making it right. And so that's been a big surprise for me, that those most angry customers are an opportunity for some of your biggest future advocacy.